Hi, this is Olivia from ukbeautyroom.com. This video is all about how to clarify curly hair. If you're just starting the curly girl method, the first thing you want to do is clarify your hair. So clarifying your hair will remove any excess oil, grease, silicones from hair care products or waxes, or any minerals from your tap water that have built up on your hair. So you can clarify your hair either using natural ingredients like apple cider vinegar or baking soda, or by using a clarifying shampoo. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the best clarifying shampoos that I recommend, which are also Curly Girl approved, as well as some natural methods that you can use to clarify your hair. So before we get into the ways that you can clarify your hair, I should let you know that once you clarify your hair before starting the Curly Girl method, you will still need to carry on clarifying your hair regularly as part of your hair care routine. So if you live in a hard water area like I do, and actually most of the UK does have hard water, I've got a map on my blog which I will link to in the description below this video so you can check out your own area. But London and southeast England have got high mineral content in their water, so if you're washing your hair in hard water, the minerals like magnesium and calcium will build up on the hair over time. Also, even if you are following the Curly Girl method, even though the Curly Girl method doesn't include waxes and silicones which build up on the hair, it does allow heavy oils and butters. So lots of products which are Curly Girl approved will contain butters like shea butter or oils like coconut oil. And coconut oil and shea butter, they're heavy natural ingredients which also can build up on the hair. So even if you're following the Curly Girl method, you'll still need to clarify your hair regularly. So even if you're following the Curly Girl method and you're in a soft water area, you'll probably still need to do a clarifying wash regularly as part of your hair care routine. How often you do that will depend on multiple things like how oily your natural hair is, whether or not you're actually going to use any silicone based products or waxes, or if you're strictly using Curly Girl, how often you use heavy butters and oil on your hair, and whether or not you've got minerals in your tap water. So some of the clarifying shampoos for hard water areas are actually designed to be used 1 to 2 times a week. But I live in London and I clarify once a month, and I find that is fine, but how often will depend on your own personal circumstances. There are 2 shampoos which are both Curly Girl approved, which I recommend for doing your first clarifying wash. In my opinion, they are the best clarifying shampoos for curly hair. So if you have been following me on YouTube for a while, you'll know I'm a big fan of OGX. So OGX actually make 2 different clarifying shampoos. Both of them are sulfate free and both of them are Curly Girl approved. So there's the OGX charcoal detox shampoo and the OGX apple cider vinegar shampoo. I've actually got separate reviews of both of these products and their matching conditioners, along with separate blog posts for each. So if you want to check out the individual shampoos, I'll put links to both of them in the description. Very generally, I would say if you have particularly oily or greasy curly hair, go for the charcoal shampoo, and if your hair is a bit drier, go for the apple cider vinegar. So I personally used apple cider vinegar because my hair tends to get quite dry, and in this range they have the apple cider vinegar shampoo, the conditioner, and they also have an apple cider vinegar rinse. So I was going to talk about the natural ingredients that you can use as well, and one of them is apple cider vinegar. If you want to use apple cider vinegar to cleanse your scalp and hair as well, I'd recommend that you dilute it. So use 3 parts apple cider vinegar and 1 part water. Apple cider vinegar is really good for leaving the hair shiny, really cleaning the hair and removing any product build up from the hair. But if you use it too often, because it's so acidic, it can dry the hair out and it can also irritate the scalp. So I do recommend that you dilute it. Apple cider vinegar is also really good for the hair because it helps to rebalance the pH level of the hair. So hair is naturally mildly acidic, and if the pH balance of the hair has become too alkaline, that can leave the hair quite brittle and dry. And that can happen from chemical treatments. So hair dyes will cause the pH level to rise. So apple cider vinegar can rebalance the pH level of the hair and actually make it healthier. I really love the OGX apple cider vinegar rinse because it's already diluted. It's not going to irritate the scalp. I personally found that it wasn't drying, but I definitely can't use this more than, say, once a month, because it does do such a good job of cleaning the hair that it will dry your hair out if you use it too much. You can see it's just like a liquid. When you apply it to your hair and scalp, it does form a mild lather. So how you use this is you first wash your hair with the apple cider vinegar shampoo. Then you apply the apple cider vinegar rinse to your scalp, and I massaged it down the whole length of my hair, and then I massaged it in until it formed a lather, rinsed it out, and then applied the apple cider vinegar conditioner. So I use these three as my clarifying shampoo, and I do that at least once a month. Because I've been reviewing this for my blog, I've been using this a bit more frequently at the moment so that I could do a proper review. So I've been using this several times a week for over a month. And I mean, you can see that my hair looks, from my other videos, my hair does look like my curls are quite enhanced. So I think this has done a really good job at removing any excess oils or silicones that had built up on my hair and left my hair much lighter and much more bouncy. If you're going to use a something like baking soda, which you can use to remove any excess product buildup from the hair, baking soda is very alkaline. I think the pH is something like 8 or 9. I would recommend that if you did that, you also use an apple cider vinegar rinse, because afterwards you'd want to rebalance the pH of your hair. So if you use the baking soda, I would mix that in with warm water. I've got recipes on my website. Put it into a spray bottle, spray it onto the hair, massage it in, rinse it out, and then follow it with an apple cider vinegar rinse so that it rebalances the pH level of your hair. I personally don't use the baking soda. It would depend on how much product buildup is in your hair and how naturally greasy your hair is. But if you feel like you need something additional, then use the baking soda and the apple cider vinegar rinse. But if you're looking just for a really good shampoo for your initial first cleanse, I would choose one of these ones, the OGX products. They're both sulfate free and they both follow the Curly Girl method. They're both approved the Curly Girl method. The charcoal detox shampoo contains both charcoal and kaolin clay, so it's really good at drawing toxins out of the scalp and hair. I found that this was a little bit too drying for my hair, but my hair does get quite dry, so if you do have an oily scalp and oily hair, you might prefer this one. It also comes with a conditioner. I found that it did do a really good job at cleaning my hair. It did such a good job that it dried it out a little bit, but it's got a really nice smell. It's got activated charcoal and kaolin clay, so it will draw out toxins and it will draw out any products build up from the hair. I have a separate review of this product and a video about it as well, which you can check that out if you want to find out more information about the ingredients in this product. One last point I want to make about the two OGX shampoos are that they won't strip coloured hair. So I have had a few questions from my readers asking about how to clarify curly hair that has been coloured and they don't want to strip the hair dye from the hair. So it's because these OGX shampoos are sulfate free and they're a bit more gentle than other clarifying shampoos, they won't strip coloured hair, or are far less likely to strip coloured hair than some of the more harsh clarifying shampoos that are available on Amazon. I also want to say that there are some beauty bloggers that recommend using clay to clarify your hair. I personally think that clay is far too drying, but I do know other people who've had good results with clay. So you can get bentonite clay and mix it with water and apply that to the hair and then rinse it out. And you can do the same thing with kaolin clay. There's kaolin clay in the OGX shampoo, but it's it did dry my hair out a little bit, but it's nowhere near as drying as if you apply it directly to your hair. I do know other beauty bloggers who have used clay and had good results, so it's possible if you have particularly oily or greasy hair that clay would be the right thing for you. I personally did not use clay. I personally prefer the apple cider vinegar products, but I thought I would mention that because other beauty bloggers and other curly haired girls have had good results with clay. So it's something you might want to look into if you have oily, greasy, curly hair. If you are just starting the curly girl method and you are clarifying your hair, let me know if there's a shampoo that you have tested out and that you recommend, or if there's one that you want me to try out and do a review of. Just leave me a comment in the description below this video. Thanks for watching my video today.